Imagine yourself lying awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, feeling overwhelmed by life's challenges. We've all been there, those moments when it feels like life is a relentless storm and you're just searching for a beacon to guide you through. You're not alone, and that's where Stoicism comes in. If you're new here, hit the notification bell and subscribe, because today we're diving deep into 8 Stoic lessons that can transform even the hardest days into stepping stones. Let's begin. 1. Embrace the present moment. Picture this: you're juggling 100 thoughts in your mind, each one a swirling storm of worries about tomorrow or regrets about yesterday. Your heart races, your breathing quickens, and you feel like you're being pulled in every direction at once. But then, in the midst of the chaos, a stillness emerges, a calm, quiet space where everything slows down. This is the power of the present moment. It's the only place where life truly unfolds. In this fleeting instant, there are no fears about the future or chains holding you to the past. There's only now, with its raw, unfiltered reality. The Stoics, masters of inner peace and resilience, understood this deeply. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But what does that mean? It means that while we can't control the storm raging outside, we can find shelter within. By anchoring ourselves in the present, we gain the power to direct our thoughts, actions, and emotions. It's like standing in the eye of a hurricane, where the world around you spins wildly, but you remain calm and unshaken. Next time you feel overwhelmed, take a moment to pause. Notice the rise and fall of your breath. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Listen to the sounds around you. Let these sensations ground you in the present. This moment, right here, right now, is where your true power lies. By embracing the present, you're not just surviving life's storms, you're standing tall in them, finding clarity and strength in every breath you take. In this simple act of presence, you unlock the secret to a life of resilience and peace. So, take a deep breath and let yourself fully experience the here and now. It's your sanctuary, your fortress, your source of unshakable strength. 2. Practice gratitude. Imagine this: you're standing at the edge of a vast desert, feeling the heat of the sun beating down on you. The thirst is unbearable, and your mind is focused on the mirage of an oasis just over the next dune, a place that promises cool, refreshing water. But in your fixation on the distant illusion, you fail to notice a small flask of water at your feet, left behind by a kind traveler. This is what life often feels like. We get so caught up in what we don't have, the things we think we need to be happy, that we overlook the blessings right in front of us. Gratitude is like pausing to notice that flask of water, taking a sip, and realizing that, for this moment, you have everything you need. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, reminds us of this truth when he says, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." In other words, real contentment doesn't come from endlessly chasing after more. It comes from appreciating what you already have. Think about it: the warmth of a friend's smile, the comforting embrace of a loved one, the beauty of a sunset, or even the simple pleasure of a quiet moment with a cup of tea. Each of these moments is a gift, a small miracle we often take for granted. By practicing gratitude, we shift our focus from what's missing to what's present, from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude is more than just saying, "Thank you." It's about truly feeling the weight of your blessings, letting them fill your heart and lift your spirit. It's about finding light in the darkest times, recognizing that even in struggle, there's something to be thankful for, a lesson learned, a strength discovered, a moment of clarity. When you practice gratitude, you transform your mindset. You begin to see the world differently, not as a series of problems to be solved but as a collection of gifts to be cherished. So, next time you find yourself yearning for what you don't have, take a moment to look around. Notice the small blessings that surround you. Feel the gratitude swell within you like a warm, glowing light. By doing this, you're not just surviving, you're thriving, finding joy in the simplest of things and building resilience against whatever life throws your way. This is the power of gratitude. It's the key to unlocking a life of contentment and peace, right here, right now. 3. Cultivate inner strength. Imagine standing on the deck of a ship, sailing through a vast ocean. The waters are calm, the sun shines brightly, and a gentle breeze fills the sails. It's a perfect day. But suddenly, the skies darken, the wind howls, and waves crash against the hull, threatening to capsize the ship. In these moments of chaos, panic might set in. However, there is something more powerful than the storm: your inner strength. Inner strength is like the keel of a ship, a stabilizing force that keeps you upright, no matter how fierce the storm becomes. It's not about the strength of your muscles but the resilience of your spirit, the fortitude of your mind, and the courage of your heart. It's what allows you to stand firm when everything around you is in turmoil, guiding you through the tempest with grace and resolve. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, captured this perfectly when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." These words are a beacon in the dark, reminding us that our true power lies not in controlling external events but in mastering our responses to them. Life will always throw challenges our way, unexpected detours, painful losses, and daunting obstacles. Yet, it is our reaction to these events that define us. Think of inner strength as a muscle. Just like building physical strength, cultivating inner strength requires consistent effort and practice. It's developed through the small, everyday choices we make, choosing patience over frustration, courage over fear, and determination over despair. Every time we face adversity with a positive mindset, we're forging this inner strength, just as a blacksmith hammers and shapes metal into a powerful blade. The key to building inner strength is understanding that adversity is not an enemy but a teacher. Every challenge presents an opportunity to grow, to become more resilient and wise. It's about seeing each setback not as a failure but as a stepping stone on the path to becoming your best self. So, the next time life's storms rage around you, remember that you have a reservoir of strength within. It's there, waiting to be tapped into. It's the quiet whisper that urges you to hold on just a little longer, to stand tall even when you feel like falling. By cultivating this inner strength, you're not just surviving the storms, you're learning to navigate them with confidence, turning each wave into a powerful force that propels you forward. Embrace this strength, and you'll discover that no matter how rough the seas, you have the power to chart your own course, transforming challenges into opportunities and setbacks into comebacks. This is the essence of cultivating inner strength, the art of becoming unshakable, no matter what life throws your way. 4. Practice patience. Picture this: a seed buried in the dark, cool soil lies dormant beneath the surface. For days, weeks, even months, there is no visible sign of growth. But slowly, something miraculous happens. The seed begins to change. It takes in water and nutrients from the soil, gradually pushing tiny roots deeper and deeper. It reaches upward, seeking the light, and finally, one day, it breaks through the surface. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that requires time, nurturing, and most importantly, patience. Patience is often seen as a passive state, a mere waiting game, but in reality, it is a powerful, active force. It's like that seed, which, though small and seemingly insignificant, possesses the strength to become a towering tree. Patience is the art of enduring without losing hope, the ability to wait for the right moment without forcing things to happen prematurely. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wisely observed, "Time is a river, a violent current of events, glimpsed once and already carried past us, and another follows and is gone." This imagery reminds us that time flows continuously, like a river, carrying with it both challenges and opportunities. Just as we cannot control the river's flow, we cannot hasten time to fit our desires. However, we can choose how we navigate its waters. Think of patience as a skill that requires deliberate practice. It's about learning to be comfortable with waiting, trusting that in time, things will unfold as they should. It's about understanding that every moment, no matter how slow or stagnant it may seem, is a step in the journey. When we practice patience, we align ourselves with the natural rhythm of life, allowing things to develop at their own pace, just like the seed. Patience teaches us that there's a season for everything, a time to sow and a time to reap, a time to act and a time to wait. It reminds us that not all growth is visible and that sometimes the most profound transformations occur in silence, beneath the surface. When we cultivate patience, we are not simply waiting idly. We are preparing, evolving, and becoming more resilient. So, the next time you feel frustration bubbling up as you wait for something to happen, remember the seed. Imagine its quiet strength as it patiently transforms into a sprout, then a sapling, and finally a mighty tree. Understand that patience is not about doing nothing, it's about doing the right thing at the right time. It's about holding on to faith and trusting the process, even when the outcome seems far away. By practicing patience, you are not just enduring life's delays, you are embracing the beauty of the journey, savoring each moment, and allowing life to unfold naturally. You're building a foundation of calm and resilience that will support you through any storm, knowing that just like the seed, your moment to bloom will come in its own perfect time. 5. Understand what you can control. Imagine you're standing in the eye of a raging storm. Thunder roars, lightning flashes, and rain lashes down with a fury that shakes the ground. You can't control the storm. You can't command the wind to stop blowing or the rain to cease falling. But what you can do is decide how to weather it. Will you stand firm and face the storm head-on, or will you let it sweep you away? Life is full of storms, both big and small. There are countless things that happen around us that we have no control over. Other people's actions, unexpected events, even the weather. And yet, in the midst of these uncontrollable forces, we hold immense power over one crucial aspect: ourselves. Our thoughts, our emotions, and our reactions are within our grasp, like a small, steady flame in the middle of a tempest. Epictetus, a great Stoic philosopher, captured this wisdom perfectly when he said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This idea is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy and a key to living a resilient and peaceful life. Instead of wasting energy on things we cannot change, we should focus on what we can control, our own responses. Think of it like sailing a boat. You cannot control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. You cannot dictate the currents, but you can steer your rudder. Understanding what you can control is about recognizing where your true power lies and using it to navigate life's unpredictable waters with grace and determination. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of things we can't control. We worry about the future, stress over other people's opinions, and get frustrated by unexpected setbacks. But when we shift our focus to what is within our control, we reclaim our power. We become like skilled sailors who, despite the stormy seas, know how to keep their course steady. This mindset doesn't just apply to grand, life-altering events, it's a daily practice. It's about choosing calm over panic when you're stuck in traffic, opting for patience over anger when someone cuts in line, and embracing resilience over despair when faced with a setback. Each time you make a conscious choice about how to respond, you're exercising your power and reinforcing your inner strength. Understanding what you can control also brings a profound sense of freedom. It liberates you from the futile effort of trying to change what cannot be changed and from the stress that comes with it. You learn to accept the world as it is, not as you wish it to be, and in doing so, you find peace. So, next time life throws a storm your way, remember, you are not powerless. You may not be able to control the storm itself, but you can control your ship. You can choose how to steer through the chaos. By focusing on what you can control, you turn challenges into opportunities for growth, finding strength in every response and wisdom in every decision. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, knowing that while we cannot always change our circumstances, we can always change our perspective. And in that lies our greatest power. 6. Learn from adversity. Imagine a blacksmith's forge, where the air is filled with the hiss of glowing embers and the rhythmic clang of hammer on metal. In this intense heat, raw iron is transformed into a blade of incredible strength and sharpness. But this transformation doesn't come easily. The metal must endure the scorching fire, the relentless pounding, and the cooling plunge into water. It's a process that tests the very limits of the iron's endurance. Yet, without this fiery trial, the blade would never achieve its true potential. In much the same way, life's adversities are our forge. Each challenge we face, each setback we endure, is like the heat and hammering that shapes us into stronger, more resilient beings. It's easy to see adversity as something to be avoided, a burden or a punishment. But what if, instead, we viewed it as an opportunity, a chance to be molded and refined into a better version of ourselves? Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." He understood that just as muscles grow stronger through resistance, our minds and spirits are fortified through the challenges we face. Adversity, then, is not something to fear, but something to embrace as a crucial part of our growth. Think of it like climbing a mountain. The path to the summit is steep and treacherous, filled with obstacles and unexpected turns. It's hard work, and there are moments when you might feel like giving up. But as you keep going, step by step, you find that each challenge teaches you something new. You learn how to navigate rough terrain, how to conserve your energy, how to push through fatigue. And with every lesson, you become stronger, more capable, more resilient. Learning from adversity is about shifting your perspective. It's about seeing challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. It's recognizing that every hardship carries a lesson, and every failure is a chance to start again with more wisdom and experience. This mindset transforms adversity from something to be endured to something to be valued. This doesn't mean we should seek out hardship or revel in suffering. Rather, it's about understanding that when difficulties do arise, as they inevitably will, they are opportunities in disguise. They are tests of our character, our patience, and our resilience. And in facing them, we discover strengths we never knew we had. Consider the stories of some of the greatest achievers in history. Many of them faced incredible adversity. Abraham Lincoln lost several elections before becoming one of the most revered presidents of the United States. J.K. Rowling was rejected by numerous publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Their stories remind us that adversity often precedes greatness, that the path to success is rarely smooth, and that the best lessons often come from the toughest experiences. So, when life presents you with a challenge, remember the blacksmith and the forge. Think of the heat, the hammering, the plunge into water, and realize that you, too, are being shaped and strengthened. Adversity is not the end of the journey, but a crucial part of it. It's the force that tempers your spirit, hones your character, and reveals your true strength. By learning from adversity, you become not just a survivor, but a thriver. You turn every setback into a setup for a comeback, every loss into a lesson, and every trial into a triumph. You understand that while you cannot control the challenges life throws at you, you can control how you respond to them, and in that response, you find your greatest power. 7. Seek wisdom. Imagine walking through a dense, ancient forest, where every path is lined with towering trees and shrouded in mist. The air is thick with the scent of earth and leaves, and as you move deeper into the forest, you realize you are on a quest for something more profound than any treasure, something that can't be held or seen but only felt and understood. This is the pursuit of wisdom, a journey that is as timeless as the forest itself and as boundless as the horizon. Seeking wisdom is not just about acquiring knowledge, it's about striving to understand life's deeper truths and finding meaning in every experience. It's like exploring a vast, uncharted wilderness, where every step forward is both an adventure and a revelation. Each question you ask, each lesson you learn, is like discovering a hidden grove or a secret glade, places that hold insights about yourself and the world around you. The Stoics believe that wisdom is the highest virtue, a guiding light that helps us navigate the complexities of life. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This simple yet profound advice reminds us that wisdom is not a destination, but a lifelong journey. It's about being open to learning from every experience, whether joyous or painful, and recognizing that each moment is an opportunity to grow. Picture a river flowing through a valley. At first glance, it seems like a simple stream of water moving from one place to another. But look closer, and you'll see that the river's path is shaped by the rocks and roots it encounters, each obstacle teaching it how to flow more smoothly, more gracefully. This is how wisdom works. It's the ability to adapt and learn from everything life throws at you, to be shaped by your experiences rather than broken by them. Seeking wisdom requires curiosity and humility. It means acknowledging that you don't have all the answers and being willing to ask questions, even if those questions lead to uncomfortable truths. It's about listening more than you speak, observing more than you judge, and always being open to new perspectives. Wisdom is not about knowing everything. It's about understanding that there is always more to learn. Imagine sitting with an elder at the edge of a fire, the flames casting flickering shadows on the ground. The elder's face is lined with the marks of a life well lived, eyes sparkling with stories untold. As you listen to their tales, you realize that wisdom isn't something that can be taught in a classroom or read in a book. It's something that is passed down through generations, forged in the fires of experience, and tempered by time. Seeking wisdom also means looking within. It's about examining your own beliefs, biases, and actions, and being honest with yourself about who you are and who you want to become. It's a journey of self-discovery that requires courage and self-reflection, a willingness to face your flaws and embrace your potential. And wisdom is not just about personal growth, it's about contributing to the growth of others. When you seek wisdom, you become a beacon of light in the darkness, guiding others with your insights and experiences. You realize that every person you meet has something to teach you, and every story you hear adds to your understanding of the world. In the end, seeking wisdom is about embracing life with an open heart and a curious mind. It's about recognizing that the quest for knowledge and understanding is endless, and that the journey itself is where the true riches lie. The more you seek, the more you discover that wisdom isn't a treasure to be found but a path to be walked, a path that leads to a deeper understanding of yourself, others, and the universe around you. So, venture forth into the forest of wisdom, unafraid of what you might find, knowing that with each step, you are becoming more of who you are meant to be. Keep asking questions, keep seeking truth, and let the pursuit of wisdom be your lifelong adventure. In this journey, there are no wrong turns, only paths that lead to greater understanding, and every experience, no matter how small, brings you closer to the wisdom you seek. 8. Cultivate compassion. Imagine standing on the shore of a vast ocean, where each wave carries whispers of stories, struggles, and joys from every corner of the world. The ocean's waves are endless, each one crashing and receding, representing the shared experiences of humanity. In this boundless sea of life, where every drop is connected, we are all part of a larger whole, bound together by our common existence. This is the essence of compassion, understanding and feeling the invisible threads that connect all of us, embracing a deep, empathetic bond with others. To cultivate compassion is to embark on a journey that begins with a simple but profound realization. Every person you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Beneath the smiles, the pleasantries, and the stoic faces, there are hidden struggles, untold stories, and silent sorrows. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, captured this beautifully when he said, "What injures the hive, injures the bee." In other words, what affects one of us, affects all of us. When we recognize this interconnectedness, we begin to see that acts of kindness and understanding are not just about helping others. They are about nurturing the shared human spirit that unites us all. Imagine walking through a crowded city street. People are rushing by, each lost in their own world, eyes downcast or focused on their phones. But what if, for just a moment, you paused and truly looked at the people around you? You might notice the weariness in a mother's eyes as she juggles her crying child and shopping bags, or the deep furrows on the forehead of an elderly man as he sits alone on a bench. You might catch a glimpse of the anxiety in a young person's gaze as they rush to a job interview, or the sadness in a stranger's smile as they pass by. To cultivate compassion is to allow yourself to truly see these moments and feel them. It's about breaking down the barriers of indifference, and recognizing that beneath our different faces and stories, we all share the same human experience. Compassion invites us to step into someone else's shoes, even if just for a moment, and understand the world from their perspective. But compassion is not just about feeling empathy, it's about action. It's about reaching out a hand to lift someone up when they are down, offering a word of encouragement when someone is struggling, or simply being present when someone needs to be heard. It's about small acts of kindness that, like pebbles thrown into a pond, create ripples that spread far beyond their origin. These acts of compassion don't just help others, they enrich our own lives, deepening our connections and adding meaning to our existence. Consider the story of a mighty oak tree standing tall in a vast forest. Its branches stretch wide, providing shelter to countless creatures, its roots delve deep, drawing nourishment from the earth. But the oak doesn't grow alone, it is part of a larger ecosystem, its strength and survival intertwined with the life around it. In times of storm, it stands firm, its roots locking with those of other trees, sharing the burden of the wind and rain. This is what compassion looks like, a mutual support system where strength and resilience come from caring for one another. Cultivating compassion requires conscious effort. It demands that we look beyond our own needs and desires and genuinely care about the well-being of others. It's about choosing understanding over judgment, empathy over apathy, and love over indifference. In a world that often feels divided and disconnected, compassion is the bridge that brings us together, reminding us of our shared humanity. By practicing compassion, we don't just help others heal, we heal ourselves. We find purpose and fulfillment in acts of kindness, we experience joy in making a difference, and we discover strength in vulnerability. Compassion is the antidote to loneliness and isolation. It is the key to a richer, more meaningful life. So, as you walk through the ocean of life, remember that every wave, every ripple, carries the stories of countless souls. By choosing compassion, you become a beacon of light in the darkness, a comforting presence in times of pain, and a source of hope in moments of despair. You contribute to the collective well-being of humanity, knowing that each act of kindness, no matter how small, has the power to change the world. These 8 Stoic lessons are your tools to build resilience, serenity, and determination in challenging times. By embracing them, you'll lead a life of virtue and contentment, even amidst chaos. Remember, it's not just about enduring life's storms, it's about thriving through them. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video valuable, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and comment below with "I will keep going" or "I never give up" to show your dedication to these teachings. If you're new here, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more lessons on ancient wisdom. Stay stoic, and we'll see you in the next video.